Yo, this is WSoul13 bringing you Raid Shadow Legends. So what are we doing today? Today we're going to be doing my long since delayed Fylja video. We're going to go through some dungeon runs and we're just going to see what Fylja does to a progressing account. And then we'll see from there, right? Like, okay, so this is what dungeons are supposed to look like, and then this is what happens when Fylja comes in. So let's do Dragons 20 first. So that's my normal farming team for my main account. It's actually not bad. It's like a minute. It's like a minute comp. So let's go. Okay. So let's do the F2P Trinity. So starting April, actually this month, where I'm gonna stop using Alexander as a main champ. So like Alexander and War Maiden early in the game, they're interchangeable. So there's really no need for you to go, I don't have Alexander and all these comps have Alexander. How am I gonna duplicate this comp? Well, it's War Maiden, right? So Alexander and War Maiden are strictly interchangeable. Alexander has the big upside of the plus 50, I think, accuracy aura, which is really, really strong. So that is the big kind of like negative to not having Alexander. The positive though, the War Maiden is she's easier to book up to the 100% chance to decrease turn meter. And then we all know this core 4 champs can get you through Dragons 20, right? So if you have Broadmaw on the team, then the F2P Trinity, which is your starter, War Maiden, and then Haikatun, should be good. Should be good to go. So what does Fylja do to this comp? Fylja doesn't really do much to this comp, to be honest. I don't think she does too much for this comp. So there are some things you can do, like setup-wise, to help her function a little bit better. So she tends to favor her decreased turn meter over her AoE, from what I've noticed. So maybe, why don't we do, okay, so that's my Wither comp. Let's pick something like this one. I think we can change this one completely, take you out, bye-bye. Let's try showing you what you're looking for in terms of the AI build for Fylja as well. So, alright, so you don't really mind what they do in the waves, honestly. I'm not gonna like micromanage every single one, but for sure, for normal waves, you want her prioritizing the A3, which is the AoE skills. So you just want her prioritizing the A3, right? All the way up to the boss is fine. I mean, in the boss it doesn't really matter that much, but yeah, you're gonna want to prioritize that A3. So let's see what happens. We're gonna click. Let's click on somebody else and let's click back there. All right, let's see if this is good to go. I'm gonna go through a run and I'm gonna talk you through why Fylja, I think, is one of the most underrated fusion epics they've ever released. So I'm trying to think of a fusion epic that they've released that was better than Fylja, right? So I think the best one has got to be Sepulchre Sentinel. So I think Sepulchre Sentinel has been a fusion epic. Umbral Enchantress has been a fusion epic. So those are like, would be the top end, I think, of the fusion epics. Mordecai has been a fusion epic. That'll be another one. While Fylja doesn't become a win condition for any particular dungeon, like Mordecai is a win condition for spiders, Fylja makes every dungeon run better. So that's kind of like the big thing with Fylja is she makes every dungeon run kind of a little bit better. I think the exception would be Fire Knight. if you don't have a way to break the shields and you don't have a good control champ in the mix of your Fire Knight team. So that would be, I think, her one place where she's not good at Fire Knight 20 because of the affinity. But I think in Fire Knight 16, she is definitely really good in that one. So as you can see, what she does here is she just helps us go through the waves a little bit faster, you know? And that's kind of all you want her to do, to be honest. Because I have her built on a hybrid build, so she is not on lifesteal set. The reason why is her A3 kind of has its own lifesteal built in, like right there. And, you know, even though it only comes on every, 3 turns or so, it also comes with a turn meter fill. So it's kind of like an extra turn if the waves are full, right? If you roll back that tape, when the waves first rolled out in round 1, what happens is she goes A3, fills her turn meter up close to full, then she can go straight to her A2, and then just cycle from there, right? So against Dragon, really you just want damage out of her. So that's all she does is damage in this team. So that should help kind of like speed up your run, maybe like 30 seconds to a minute, depending on how lucky you are with like her surviving and dealing max damage and getting through those thresholds of just the limited amount of turns you want. And from here, usually Kayle, War Maiden, and Broadmaw is enough to kill the boss by themselves. Like if you get some lucky poisons up on Kayle, you can probably get this run really close to 3 minutes, which is pretty good for an F2P low spender, like early farming team for Dragons 20, you know. But 4 to 6 minutes is kind of standard for like early Dragons teams anyway. So it doesn't really matter as much, in my opinion. All she does here is just helps you speed up the wave clear a little bit faster because you have a nuker now. So we're going to go through Dragons. We're not going to do Ice Golem because we already kind of proved that Ice Golem and Dragon are the same. You can have the same team from Dragons 20 basically beat Ice Golem 20 with the caveat of if you're running a control champ versus a carry champ, your chances of finishing Ice Golem 20 goes down. Let me rephrase that. If you don't have both a control champ and a carry champ, your percentages for Ice Golem 20 is not going to be 100%. So it's going to be, so if your Dragons team is 100%, your 100% Dragons team can clear Ice Golem 20, most likely, but it's not going to be 100%. So Fylja doesn't really change that equation. She'll speed up the waves. But Ice Golem 16 for sure, she'll help you farm that a lot faster if you don't have an Ice Golem 20 team yet for Ice Golem. So usually Ice Golem, what we do is we run that same team and then we put Archmage Helmet there on that 5th slot for the extra control. So once you get Archmage Helmet, that's it. You're going to have a control that can get you through Ice Golem 20, and then once you have Silo the Drakes, you can combine Broadmaw and Archmage Helmet into the same slot, which means you have a flex slot for a damage dealer or another carry champ to sustain you through the waves, right? So I could probably run an Ice Golem with Fylja in it. I'm trying to see if it's worth showing with Sil in it. I'm not sure. Yeah, because we're going to run into... Anytime you introduce a damage dealer into Ice Golem, you increase the risk. That's just the way Ice Golem works. So if you want safety on Ice Golem, you want to double up on carry effects rather than, like, maybe we won't have to show that Ice Golem 20 run. I'm pretty sure it can do it, though. At a lower percentage, right? So we're going to do a Spiders 20 team this time. That's Dragons. This one is going to be Spiders. Take that off. Cancel. So, do I want High Katoon here? I think I do want High Katoon here. Alright, so I've already proven that Fylja can RNG her way through Spiders 20 team. A level 50 Fylja is capable of RNGing her way through a Spiders 20 team. The runs are going to be incredibly long. All right. So once you have Seal of the Drakes, it should shorten the run. It should make it also a little bit more manageable, in my opinion. So we're going to do that. And then we need our tank, which is Zephyr Sniper. And then you either want to control on this last spot. So your goal is just to keep the Spider Queen's turn meter down for the whole fight. You could even program Armiger here to prioritize the A1 more often, right? So I'm just going to show you what happens. This could be Broadmaw. This could be Seal of the Drakes. Seal of the Drakes would be the best here. Broadmaw makes it a little bit safer because if Zephyr Sniper falls down, there's a way for you to claw your way back into the fight. Although it's still not 100%. Anytime you have Zephyr Sniper in the mix, it's not going to be 100% just because of the way Zephyr Sniper works. You can get it really close to 100% if you build Zephyr Sniper to be a lot tankier, right? So you can check that tanky Zephyr Sniper build out in my channel, right? So we're just going to show you some rotations with the Spider Queen. We're hoping here that Zephyr Sniper doesn't die. And then the other thing we're hoping for is we're hoping that we're hoping to keep the Spider's turn meter down indefinitely. So until the fight is over. So just have an idea here of what Fylja does on account before you get Seal of the Drakes. So if you're like an earlier player, like day 90 to day 150, and you got Fylja from 2 months ago, you're pretty much golden. Like, she does so many things. She can be scaled up to Spider 20. And honestly, Dragon 20 and then Spider 16, Ice Golem 16, Fire Knight 16, great spot to be in early in the game. Like before you get Seal of the Drakes. That's a fantastic like farming situation for you. So in my opinion, yeah, Haikatun is great here because she brings decreased speed. The only thing that's gonna get you here is Zephyr Sniper dying. And then Fylja missing on the decreased turn meter, right? So let's see how did it go. And there we go, deplete turn meter, fully deplete turn meter. Yeah, this is most likely gonna stick in terms of just keeping the Spider Queen's turn meter down. So we'll do one more rotation here to see if Zephyr Sniper can hold on long enough, and also that we can have Fylja just kind of like keep doing her thing. Yeah, so far so good. So far so good. I'm not going to finish this particular run because it's going to take a little bit of time. Most likely, if you keep the Spider Queen's turn meter down indefinitely, so how much is this? 25% around 2 minutes in. So this is going to be like a 6 to 8 minute run right here if you keep the Spider Queen's turn meter down indefinitely. So it will take a while. It's a really long run, team. And the only way you can speed this up, honestly, is with an actual win condition. Like Cold Heart would be great to speed this up. Like Cold Heart in place of Fylja will be great to speed this up. If you can replace Haikatun and what's his face? And Archmage Helmet with a Seal of the Drakes, that'll free up one more slot for you for another win condition or a way for you to protect your guys. So that would be great too. It won't speed up your run per se if you don't have the win condition, but it will make it a lot safer. You can add in an extra person that can heal or that can revive or that can put shields on, you know. So it just, I think this core team right here, really flexible, right? So this core 4 team of Haikatun, Zephyr Sniper, Armiger, plus a AoE control champ. So that would be, Archmage Helmet would be the guaranteed one that you can get as an AoE control champ. And then win condition for your final slot. I don't think decreased turn meter or deplete turn meter is a win condition for spiders in terms of the meta ways to win. The reason why is because it's really slow and it's not 100% safe. Like right here, there we go. This run is gonna fail now because Zephyr Sniper did get a counter attack in, and now we won't have enough time to kill the spiderlings. So that's unfortunate. If this was Seal of the Drakes combined with with High Cocoon right there, it's going to be a lot easier. So most likely, this same comp is going to breeze through Spider 16. So let's try the same comp at Spider 16, because I'm almost sure it's going to breeze through Spider 16. But let's see. Yeah, it should be a lot better against Spider 16. But definitely Spider 20 is, you can RNG through that if that's the last one you need for Arbiter missions. So now that Plarium is trying to fix Arena, so we're not sure yet if the Arena fix is in. I'm waiting on reliable sources for me to go ahead and claim that Arbiter is doable again. So as of right now, I'm still considering Arbiter as locked out for the F2P low spender community. And honestly, this has happened before, like I've said, and the only way out of it is just Plarium has to fix Arena. That's what they did last time with the bot accounts, and they're trying to duplicate that same thing right now with decreasing the amount of points that you lose every time you lose a fight. So I think there's a cap now to how many points you can lose in terms of like defense. So that's actually a big deal, especially if you're kind of like a progressing player, don't have Arbiter. So anybody without Arbiter is automatically a target in Arena. Everybody knows that. And yeah, Spider 16 is probably a 95% success rate at this point. And the farming time is going to be pretty decent. I think it's going to be probably around 4 to 5 minutes or 4 to 6 minutes. So which is kind of like in line with your early Dragons 20 teams. So, you know, that's a pretty good spot to be in. Farming Spider 16 instead of Spiders 13 with just one extra champ in the mix, Filja, you know. So, in my opinion, Filja is really, really good as a progression champ. I don't think they've given us a progression champ with this much versatility and this much power in a long time, And hopefully everybody took my advice 2 months ago that weren't able to do Corrado for whatever reasons. The shards were too much, or they just started out in the game. Anybody could have gotten Filja. I'm talking like literally anybody could have gotten her. You farm Dragons 11 or whatever, you've gotten her. You know, you just needed 4 rares to get her. You might not even have had to farm dungeons to get her, you know. So, I mean, I haven't looked exactly what it needed to have gotten at least one Filja. I'm pretty sure it could have been possible. So yeah, here we are. She's about halfway through her life, 2.5 minutes. So it's about a 4 to 6 minute run, in my opinion. We're not going to finish this because this one is a lot easier. The reason why this one has a lot more leeway in it, especially if you build a tanky Zephyr Sniper, is because the Spiderlings are just going to hit you for way less damage. And then the resistance requirement for this particular stage, I think, compared to Stage 20. Don't quote me on this because I haven't really looked. I'm just thinking this like logically, like, so Stage 16 has to have lower accuracy than Stage 20, right? You probably need a lot less resist here. So you can probably get away with maybe like, instead of 250, maybe like 220. I don't know. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's a pretty speedy run. Oh, you can probably finish it because it looks like it's going to finish pretty much in time. The cool thing too about here, if you put Filja here, is that her AoE practically grants her an extra turn against spiders, you know. So every time she uses her AoE, she not only deals a lot of damage to the spiderlings, she also will deal damage to the boss. So there are so many ways to build Filja. This is another thing too. I have her built as a hybrid champ. So she's only bringing damage, right? I think she could be even better than that, to be honest. I feel like she could be even better than a hybrid champ, especially if you're kind of like, you already have your AoE nuker for Arena covered. So I'm doing this because I'm assuming that she's going to be both your AoE nuker and your AoE nuker for Arena and decrease turn meter for dungeons. That's my assumption. Plus, you know, AoE wave clear for dungeons. So, oh yeah, it looks like Spider 16 is pretty comfortable with her. Of course, right? the big question here is the stats. Are you going to be able to keep up with my stats? Because my Great Hall is better. All my guys are practically decked out, you know. I still kind of have them built on starter builds, to be honest. Like, Armiger is on Destroy set because you want him on Destroy set for Scarab King. Haikatun is in all speed sets. Our Archmage Helmet is in stun set. So that would be a great set to put on Fylja, honestly, if you're not using her as a nuker, would be stun set. Because she gets around to that AoE a lot faster because it gives her practically an extra turn in most wave situations. And then this Zephyr Sniper is built to be tanky and fast. So you could forego the fast part and just build her tanky, that's fine. You could forego the fast and tanky part and just build her glass and just rely on that 50% counterattack proc, or you could put like a 5-minute run. So it's about as long as I thought it was going to be. And you could also put her on, what's I thinking for Zephyr Sniper? You could put her on counterattack accessories. There you go. That's what I was thinking about. All right. So we've done spiders. We already know what she's going to do in Ice Golem. It's going to be the same as Dragon. So the big question mark here is Fire Knight 20. So Fire Knight 20. All right. We're going to do two versions here. Like Seal of the Drakes changes everything for Fire Knight 20, to be honest. So let's go. I think I have one more team slot I can use. Do I? Yes, I do. All right, so sweet. We're going to get rid of that, and that. So you do want her, want Lordly Legionary here. You definitely want Archmage Helmet here in this team, even though it's Fire Knight 20. We need Armiger. There's no way to do this without Armiger. So the big problem here is that we don't have a healer. Yeah, this is why Syl is kind of better than Haikatun here, in my opinion. She gives you control, or even Archmage Helmet if you really want that extra speed aura and decreased turn meter and decreased speed proc for the Fire Knight, you know. I'm kind of thinking if it's possible to get through with Fylja here or not. There might be a combo here that let's do a trial run with Fylja in it. Let's see what happens. There's something I want to do for round 3 with this particular comp. So I do want, you know, I think it's okay. I don't think there's any special instructions that maybe I can take Archmage Helmet's buff away. We'll see. Let's try it. Let's try it right now and let's see what happens. So the main problem here I'm seeing right now is the affinity. It might be a little bit hard to get through the waves with affinities like this. And, you know, if any of the wave champs get a turn, we're probably dead. Also, there's a little bit of healing from Lordly Legionary, so maybe there's a chance here we can actually make this work. Okay, so let's see. It's the weak hits that's gonna get us, like right there. That weak hit right there is killer. So let's see if this is enough to get us through, or do we need Seal of the Drakes here? I think we need Seal of the Drakes here. Yep. Definitely Fylja is not the answer for Fire Knight 20. In case you want a Fire Knight 20 team without Fylja in it, I'm pretty sure I have one in my YouTube channel. You can check it out right there. So she should help you farm Fire Knight 16 a lot faster though. She should be a lot faster than any other free-to-play pre-champ that you can get here right away. Like, obviously, Cold Heart here is better. I mean, does that need to be said that Cold Heart here is better? Obviously, right, Cold Heart's better. So yeah, one of the things here that's kind of annoying is the Paragon waves, right? So is there a way around these Paragon waves? Not really. The only way is you're hoping to control them, and then you're hoping to kill them before they get a turn. So Filja actually helps in that department to kill them before they take a turn. Because she deals a lot more damage. Do they have Paragons in Wave 2 or no? They don't. So that's actually cool. So it's just Wave 1 that you have to worry about the Paragon. Yeah, so we're just going to go through and we'll see how far we can get into the Fire Knight. Filja is going to work fantastic for Fire Knight here because she can fully deplete that turn meter, coupled with some incidental turn meter decrease from, what's his face? Lordly Legionary, and what would be the best thing to do here? I'm trying to think. So we got Lordly Legionaries reflect up right now. So we're hoping the Fire Knight here takes a turn with as much reflect on as we can. Right? Okay, we got we lost one reflect there. Okay, so we're able to take the fire meters shield down without the reflect, put the decrease speed on. That's great. So we're just hoping that they should really, if they can figure out a way to fix the AI here for everybody with decreased turn meter to just hold on to that decreased turn meter as long as they can until after the Fire Knight shields are down, oh man, it would be a substantial buff to a lot of champs in this game, in my opinion. So they haven't really figured that out yet. They did it for Cold Heart, but the coding must have been too much work for them because, yeah, so this one will be an easier, faster Fire Knight 16 team, farming team, in my opinion. Can you scale Filja all the way up to 20? I'm having a hard time believing that because the way I scaled it up to 20 was with Broadmaw, and that was like a 15-minute run. So that's basically just for clearing Arbiter missions, right? So it's not a farmable Fire Knight 20 team. It's more like just the RNG through the Arbiter portion of the missions. The other thing I'm looking for here would be something like what happens once we have Seal of the Drakes. So Seal of the Drakes is kind of the pity timer that Arbiter used to be honest. So Arbiter used to be easier to get before. So a lot of people, honestly, even the free-to-play low spenders, if they have really good luck with their shards, are able to get Arbiter before 6 months playing the game. So usually around 4 to 6 months they'll get Arbiter, right? If you're unlucky and you just didn't get a Spider's 20 win condition, it's gonna take you a lot longer, maybe like 8 months. There is a way to do it without any of the Spider's win condition, even from back then. I've already proven that, but that was the norm back then. I don't know about right now. So right now, because Arena is so messed up, it's hard to tell exactly how fast you should be able to get Arbiter. Either ways, Arbiter now is like before there was an argument for Arbiter to be not an Arena champ, So that was the argument before that, hey, Arbiter is so good that she can be anywhere in the game. I agree, but at the same time, now that Arena is so hard, there's almost no reason not to play her in Arena, in my opinion now. Especially if you're free to play or low spender. So that slot of being like the insurance for the rest of the runs has been taken by Seal of the Drakes now. So now we're going to do Arena. All right. This is the other place she's really good at. The other place she's really good at is normal Doom Tower. I'm not going to do normal Doom Tower because I haven't gotten it up to 120 yet for this particular rotation, but I'm pretty sure Phil's just going to fit right into your Scarab boss teams, right? So one thing you can actually look out for in terms of Doom Tower is that Filja is really good against normal Dark Fae 120. So if you haven't seen that video, it's in my channel, normal Dark Fae 120, and it had Filja in it, and we finished it with Filja and Seal of the Drakes. So you do need Seal of the Drakes for that comp, and in general, like, it's really hard to beat Arbiter. So we need to find, okay, we're going to refresh a few times here until we find a team that we can be a little bit faster than, like this team. Alright, so, and what we're doing here is we're going to do a damage comparison, right? So I already know. I've seen this before, and I already know that that Dark Elaine hits a lot harder. Is there a start on auto button? No, turn that off. Turn that off, my son. All right. So we're gonna do a trial arena setup with Fylja in it. So Fylja is good in arena because Fylja can have a buff on her to increase her crit rate and damage. So if you're using Archmage Helmet in a control arena team, you don't want him to use his 8-3 here. You want to use the 8-2. And then if you're doing it on manual, you want to target somebody, the person going last will be the main target. And then you're hoping you get a stun off on everybody else. But this time we did not get the stun off everybody else, which is unfortunate. And then we're going to see how much damage. 50k. All right. So that's pretty good. All right. So we all know Dark Elaine hits really hard. So this would be, Dark Elaine would be the spot that your hybrid Fylja would be trying to fill in for, right? So the cool thing about Fylja is, even though she's only a, I don't think she'll hit as hard as Dark Elaine. I think I've already seen this test, and she won't hit as hard as Dark Elaine, but it's very comparable. And if you build her for dungeons, you know, she could kind of like do both roles. All right, so we'll see right here. So we're doing the same thing. We want to target the slowest one up. We got the stuns. That's the same as earlier. All right, we got the decreased death on Gorgoroth, so that's who we're going to look at, and we're going to do the AoE. I want you to look at Gorgoroth's damage. How much did he do? 20k. So, you know, it's very, very comparable to what Dark Elaine did. And then what happens here is that she comes back a lot sooner on her deplete thermometer, and you can use that to take out another champ, like this one, I guess. Take that out. And then from here, we're going to try to, let's see if we can actually win this one. I feel like it's too hard. Yeah. Yeah, this is the type of teams that people are meeting in the arena these days. It's really hard, and I'm just at gold 2. It's not even that high up there. I haven't been farming arenas bad. What I did notice, though, was that I haven't been dropping as many trophies as I usually do. So maybe the fix is kind of working. I'm not sure. But there you go. You're looking at maybe like 25% less damage with Fylja. And then we're going to compare their builds right now, just to show you how much more attack I have on Dark Elaine. I think I have her on a lot more attack. That's the reason why. And I just couldn't find an attack chest for Fylja to make it work. And I couldn't find attack boots with the speed I wanted her to be on. So here we go. Dark Elaine. All right. So Dark Elaine, we're looking at 4,000 attack, 100% crit rate, 240 crit damage at what, 169 speed, I guess, or 159 speed. And then Fylja is, I think, over 170 speed. So that's where so her attack is significantly lower, but she does get that increased attack as well. And then practically the same crit rate and crit damage, not 100%. I couldn't get 100% on her. So this is the hybrid build. The hybrid build is, you're going to want her on perception set and eventually, what is this, savage gear. So we're going to dress her up, actually. I'm going to show you how to build one if you're building one yourself. So there are three levels to building her. So this would be probably the end game version of her. For as long as she's going to be useful in your account, it's going to kind of look like this. And where is the fitting room at? Oh, it's in the filter. This is actually my first time using the fitting room, which is, you know, I think that's pretty cool that they put the fitting room there. I really, really like it that they did it that way. All right, so how do you build a Fylja? There are, I think, 3 levels to building her. I'm gonna do kind of like a 3-level building building guide, I guess would be the right word for it. So every time I'll do a build now, I'll do kind of like 3 levels. One would be like the starter build, and the second would be like an intermediate build for like, it's gonna feel like end game gear, but actually it's gonna be more like, just kind of like the end of your progression build. So like stage 20 dungeons, you know, how do you want her to look like once you're kind of like maximizing your efficiency? And then the third build would be kind of like an extreme end game build. I mean, as extreme as you can get for an F2P low spender account. So I would have some pretty quote unquote extreme gear for an F2P low spender account. It's because I've been playing a game for like 2 years. So even though I'm not farming hard, just the raw like number of months and days I put in the game and doing all the fusion events actually has accumulated me a pretty sizable amount of gear. So what are you looking for when you're starting to build her at first? You want HP 40k, speed 170 plus, accuracy 200 plus, and then 100% crit rate at first. Crit damage, you don't have to worry about that, but you do want 100% crit rate. So that's it. So at first, I think it makes sense to go crit rate gloves, right? What about set? Lifesteal set is okay, right? But broken set is just fine as well. You probably will want her on something like perception. So let's click equipped. You want her on something like accuracy or perception gear. So let's do accuracy first. So we're gonna try that on. And then we're gonna go chest, HP chest. And you're looking for speed here. Speed, crit rate, accuracy. If you can find those combination in an HP percentage chest. Is it possible? Yes, it is. But not in the set that we want. So you can probably take crit rate away. Here's one accuracy set. So that's from, this is a great accuracy set. My God, I think that's way too good. Well, we'll do this one. Yeah, I think this one's a little bit more doable as a starter build. And then speed boots, obviously. Right. So boots, you want primary stat, speed. And then crit rate and accuracy if you can fit it in. Right. Okay, so what do we have here? Crit rate and accuracy. This one has double accuracy, 1 crit rate. Right. Accuracy. This one's pretty good. So legendary boot, double accuracy roll. That's really strong. So we're gonna try that on. Nice. So we're doing really good. So now for the top part of the set, so where are we at with speed? So speed is good now. Speed is good. Accuracy is probably going to be good. Now we just want as much HP and crit rate we can fit to get 100% crit rate, right? So we're going to do 1, 2, 3 on top. And then, this is why this game mode is so annoying to do, even though it's so useful. So you definitely want crit rate and accuracy only. You don't care about speed anymore, unless we fall behind with the speed. So let's see what's available. Here's a rare one, double crit rate, so we can try that on. All right, so where are we at? Speed is really good. Speed is really good. We don't need this anymore. So I'm looking for, is there anything in accuracy set? Okay, that one's really good. This one has speed, this one has speed.
This one doesn't have speed. That's really, really good. So we can probably do like broken sets here. It doesn't matter. Yeah, we can do something like this. That's a lot of accuracy. So I'm looking for more just crit rate. Here we go, crit accuracy. So I think that's pretty good. So try that on. And then, so that's the shield. So we just want helmet now. Which one has crit and accuracy? Oh, that's a lot of accuracy. Okay, this is actually perfect because that should mitigate for my Great Hall. Right, so if you take the 80%, actually we can stop with the crit rate now. We're like way above on the crit rate. We can probably start prioritizing crit damage now. What about this one? Crit rate, crit damage. This one, crit rate, crit damage, crit. Speed. This one is crit damage. Yeah. Okay, we can try that on, just to try on. And then yeah, that looks great to me. Looks really good. So this is a great like starter build. So even if you take my plus 80 from my Great Holloway, so you're at 200 accuracy, and then you're at 170 plus speed, so you're 180 speed. So this is a very, very doable build, and you don't need accuracy banner would be great because that'll like just take you out of the sets in general, so you can just focus more on broken sets. But this would be like a great starter build to do her on. Do I have her on accuracy banner? I may have her on accuracy banner. Let's see. Let's go to banner and get rid of this and put an accuracy banner on. I just not accuracy banner on. I mean, so let's try that on. See what happens. Oh, I don't have her on accuracy banner. Wow, I didn't even know that. Okay, so yeah, like I said, this would be level 1 of building her. Level 1 of building her would just be broken sets. You're just hitting stat thresholds. Oh, I had her on HP. That was an HP. So you're shooting for 30k at least. 30 to 40k. Closer to 40k if you can. So that will be a great kind of like middle line to do. Would be just to do a bunch of HP and defense accessories there. I'd say favor more HP than defense because you're going to be using her for dungeons more. So that would be a great starter build. What would be the next level of this build? So we're going to X that out. And what you want her to do once you do the next level of the build is the same stats, but you're going to fit her in fitting room. You're going to fit her in stun set. So you're probably going to do crit rate again. Let's see if we have a crit rate under stun set. Pretty sure we do. Yes, here's a rare one. All right, so we'll try that on. Nice. So we already have. So when you're building a 4-piece set, you only need one piece at the bottom row. The rest could be the top row. I mean, you know, in general, it's kind of like that's kind of like the rule of thumb. The easiest one for the bottom row for a 4-piece set would be speed boots. Speed boots, anything on it, perfectly fine, right? So that would be a great initial piece to put on. So we can actually do it that way too. So let's try it that way so we can primary stat speed. Looking at stun. Here's a good one. With crit. It's pretty good. All right, so that would be a great speed boots to put on her. And then we can probably, we can keep the accuracy crit rate gloves on that we had before. That would really help, I think. Because once you start going for a particular skill, for a particular set, you know, then it's going to be a little bit tough to actually get those stats in. Oh shoot, why did I do that? Ah, man.
I got out of the fitting room. Anyways, let's go back to the fitting room. Ah, that's terrible. Now I just spent 200,000 silver. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about with the interface of the game. It's really, really clunky. You know, I feel like it's really, really clunky. Anyways, same thing here. So we're gonna do. So let's do that. All right, let's do this first. Get myself out of the way. We're gonna do stun set. Speed, try on. And then this one I'm just looking for HP percentage. Right, HP percentage would be great. This one could be anything, to be honest. Like it doesn't need to be HP percentage. Like if you need accuracy, you can put accuracy on. In general, it's just kind of like better to build it this way. So let's say we're gonna do something like this. Yeah, that's fine. Good. So now we're sure the accuracy is gonna land. So now we're gonna go top row. Okay, for the top row, you want speed and accuracy on this top row. That's it. That's what you're looking for in stun set. So if you're farming for stun set right now, speed and accuracy on stun set is a really, really good thing to have. So we're going to see how many pieces I have exactly of stun set with speed and accuracy in it. I think I have quite a bunch, to be honest. Yeah, I should have a good chunk of speed and accuracy on this top row. Yeah, I do. So we're going to do this one, try that on. We're going to do helmet. I'm going to try this on. And then how is the crit rate? That's really down. So that's a pretty god speed stack right there. Okay, we're going to do that there. There we go. Right. We have our own stun set. Right. Stun set accuracy set. 35k HP, 190 speed. So we hit the 170 threshold pretty easily. So probably one of these pieces could go without speed. So we can probably take speed off. Speed off. And then I think one of these pieces can go without speed. Stun. Probably one of these. Yeah, this one would be fine. There we go. 170 speed, 35k HP, 240 accuracy. So if you take my accuracy like Great Hall away, so that's like 80 off, that would be what, 160. So you need accuracy banner for this to work better, in my opinion. So that will be it. And then if I can put her back on the, what is it? And then, of course, I think the final version of the same build would be Savage Gear, right? You might actually want to go back to, what was that? Which one is it? Is it this one or this one? It might be this one. This one has crit rate in it, so it might be this one. We'll see. 88% crit rate. I feel like I ruined the build somehow. What did I do here wrong? Maybe it's this one? Or, oh, I don't think so. So let's, what's the other one? It's probably a perception set. Crit damage gloves. Yeah, it's probably this one. There we go. There you go. Yeah, this was my build earlier. There we go. This would be amazing stats to get her on, honestly, for a Savage set. It's gonna be a hybrid build. She's gonna hit a lot harder, and she's gonna be better, kind of like once you're starting to do more efficient runs with her. I suggest building her on stun set, to be honest. Stun set would be an amazing set on her, especially if you're just progressing in the game. And then you just build a Dark Elaine for your arena nuker. So that's Fylja in a nutshell. So you can see that she has so much upside in all 4 dungeons. Being capable of running arena for you if you really need her there as an arena nuker. If you haven't built Dark Elaine, right? Like you got Fylja really early in the game before you can replace her with Dark Elaine. She can actually be an arena nuker for you as well. So I like her a lot, and I hope you guys pulled her for the last fusion event. And if you're using her, let me know, and let's see what we can get next time in other fusion events, other guaranteed champ events in the game. So like and subscribe if you like this content. We'll keep this going if we can, and then we'll see you all next time.